in these horrible conditions of the 5 to 8 hours in India hours up in US daytime. If it is US daytime now, it is 8 p.m. of the longitude of west 92.12 degree longitude and latitude of 22.8 north something. The civil of the scientists is a group of well expertise of automations with energy manipulation systems assembled in the deep oceans of the 4 to 5 kilometers depth in such an horrible system designing, operating, in which evil commands whole world's telecommunication in the ways of the communication is under whom particular idiot nonsense control, so-called that foolish who totally blind, nonsense, irresponsible, callous, gadha, grand stupidity, at his own foolishness is, and whom give him indirectly or being hijacked by those evil stupidness of the arrogance, believing the science and technology, scientist, faculties evolve in such a systems who can drag the cosmos in the oceans of that particular Mexican Gulf partner. One is horrible, compact magnetic, weighty, and in which of this system it is as if automatically my sense as if working in the very 10 to the power minus 40, 50, 80 or 100 or 200 or whatever may be infinity. In that sense, who could machine set up and read in such a composite camera, human vagina, women, etc., working to make compact the constrictions of these pores in our molecules or in our wave threads, gravitational cloth being squeezed, and that cloth in every way, this is every direction, it is a cloth type, flat cloth. That is being interwoven, squeezed, in which the jelly, magnet, vagina, pebbles, other set of earth inner materials, cosmos, light years, cosmetic, finest field being drag, compact, squeeze, rotate, in which speed and revolution they cannot, during that dragging time, that operated with the system is turbine-like, one cyclic, anticyclic, once creating an anticyclic, that vacuum, transparency, that whole universe will be engulfed when one heaviest compact system just deep on that perforated gravitational system, that it can drag other areas, and that orifice of that system will be torch-like torch, will be focused, that will be drag away. Drag, come to me. And that system, center of gravity, that is of magnet, as in the relative continuity of all creatures, who can think about that compactness, rarefication, that vacuum. As the vacuum, center of the vacuum created gravity system is iron. And the evil scientist groups or the evil villainism groups to bring their compacting jammer system of mind, rarefied infinity cosmos systems, to be squeezed, compact, gradually jamming my respiratory or Kalpurush Kal stage figure, space, layer, strata. It is I am here, their system is just opposite earth surface, inner sea. That they can, I do not know, it is that they is at all need of me or God-like. God is everywhere, or other celestial figures, but their capacity, how will be in difficult position, Bakabu or easiness. That is very difficult to say, explain the felt, the conceive, perceive, grasp, or the dead souls, powers or gods, in reach of this raised dead souls remaining, failing their capacity, perforating their refine for their own respiration. Respiration where oxygen or oxygenation is requiring. The all metal systems or elements of 120, 35 or whatever you say this is, heaviest, lightest elements, atoms, particles, to be oxidized so that perforations, rarefication, displacing can be possible. Except me and the birds, the tirjok, the traverse animals and creatures, who are now in a horrible crisis, as I have my just previous 5 to 7 in series ranks videos, 8,651 to 61 or something range. Today is 13th March, because I am in what horrible Bekavu attack, hijacked, feeling state uncomfortable, it's difficult, life-losing state, burden to maintain respiration in cardiac pump. My hands, legs, operation not be paralyzed up to that system. My whole life center of gravity, who are sitting, those gods, deities, figures, who are also attempting in only which number they are present, at which every molecule and spaces they are sitting. If you can think, the souls or mind's thinness, of which 10 to the power minus 100 or 20 negative or more than, even you can imagine infinity. So those super cosmic finds, cosmic fineness, thinness, subtleness, wise, if you can think of point within billions point. One being the nipples of the alpines, that is a 1 centimeter thin head teeth, 1 micron or 5 micron, 10 micron size alpine head, maybe 50 micron, and this 50 micron size, because I am bombarding, how many that clothes remain imaginary as you are imagining. Because your mind can imagine, that can bombard, unfolding that layer, and the knitting, weaving cannot be described, that evils, the blind, who is spiritually, religiously, who cannot enter in that, what you call God particle level, inerness, bombarding, at a stage, reification, unfolding, breaking, bombarding, and how many particles or points they are allowing me or being bombarded, unfolded by me, that will be difficult to enumerate. Of those numbers, is my mind in our vision will be too limited to that cosmic minds or cosmic fame. The counting of these close layers, the points, the billions of points within that point, and that length of infinity is also being bombarded, rotated, anti-cyclic ways. If I am unfolding of that system, that compactness which has been molded with irons, diamonds, heaviest elements, kept very deep, which the system user, evil's body will not be frozen or solidified, compact, so they cannot personally come back in life. That will be making pattern, stone making, metal making. Now the electric communication grid, particularly for India, of your any military exercising of the art, has remained to whom that puppets, criminals, culprits, hands, mercy, as a private organization, UN at this time. It's as if you, or evil satanism who cannot understand me, then what is your caliber? Still I am able to make this video to put in internet. The people can copy from my videos from my computer remaining in USA. And they can see, follow me every second wise. They are not sparing me. If that is being possible, the Google or Microsoft, the scientist faculties engaged, the system engaged to see me, or the whole universe communications operating. How many numbers of faculties and people's brains, complications, setup is active, and how many will be human, who is for standing his own and others or her life or others' life. And those satanism who are destructive as if to punish those evil saints who believe them, the cheater, betrayal, liars, demons, evils, the killer, the satanism, the latest mind, the envious mind, without reason to envious, to show triumph, remaining illiterate, legally, scientifically. Who can maximum, just like beast, to carry burden? No other saints, nonsense idiots, they cannot take their names. A Bap ka naam, father's names, country names, cannot take. But there is at the top levels of this micro saint setup system, designing, developing, manufacturing, bringing from far away chips and assemblies, of which idiot or group of faculties, criminals, that foolishness dictation, and that top evil saints and culprits to design, to make the Kabu rest whole world. They are not nobility, malab, goodness, evilness, the evility, evilistism, villainism, criminalism, enviosism, It's a crime, criminalism, destructive, compactive power. And destructive and compactive, two different words. Compactness is also compromising that respiration, that acting or perspiration, where wind can, mind can flow, body's every action can remain intact. Now the people's common phenomenon genetic activity, genes. What is genes and what is the level of these atoms, subatomic particles, what we think or we can imagine beyond that finest chemicals or elements. What you are seeing beyond that materials are there. Those are being reacted or interwoven by Mother, Goddess Nature, who is the Parama, extreme finest at the root, that what people's idiots, blind scientists, can fill the elements within elements, as you brick make skyscraper creating, that is also one molecule. In multi-scraper cities, those type of you have to be concrete metal based. What earthquake cannot crack. So those setups you have to take as those much of elements. Structure. So structure within structure, soul within soul, Ram within Ram. Finest. Ram is finest. Within finest matters. Or something else, spirit, you cannot understand. I am srirobinji Lord for that saints to terrorize in that saints, that good doers, who to survive, not to go the permanently the darkness where that people will not help you. That super saints, the cosmic saints to come and to give this human sense, human life. All these evils who are thinking they will behind for the terrorizing, villainist, terrorist, evilist, crime, whimsically, torturing, pain giving, sorrow giving, gift giving, snatching, humiliation, defeating, ridiculously harassing, and terrorizing like living, punishing, torture, pain. Now torture, pain, how many synonyms are there? I have to collect in your English language. Jantrana ka bhi, dukho ka, jantrana, body, feeling, sense. You not. Your soul is, mind is feeling. And that can be verified of what kind of pain others to feel. Now the system is the jammer and compactor, compacting machines, constricting, squeezing, compacting, in which we seek out that camera who giving the visuality to them, to those of evil operators, the scientists, to able to see those layer activities. And Magesh good ka tum, Chudirbudu mat kiya. You are helpless, Magesh. हाउ मेनी तुम्हारा गुड के अंदर गुड काम कर रहा है? यू कैनॉट अंडरस्टैंड गुड के ऑपरेशन। तुम्हारा एक छोटा गुड की स्क्वायर सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर मिलीमीटर कितनी होगी? उसी साइज में तुम्हारा बाप की कितना लिंग ट्रैप्ड है और फिश ऑफ पेनिस, और तुम्हारा अपना गुद के अंदर हाउ मेनी मदर्स और सिस्टर्स बेबीज के vaginas orifice are interwoven. You cannot understand that which vulgar Magi, you are immediately setting my head or nearer my gravity of center of bombarding the spirit point. You are bringing that setup as a jammer compactor or snatching my inner. Or how many of your organs teaching machines is acting, piercing in other ways, in finest way, because it does not estimate of your origins that squeezing that compactor, and compactor prove finest and from what distance those are also being operated, of which magnification of laying is what you cannot understand. So those designers, because NATO or White House, the government, you have not that same perception, or your so-called scientific evil top boss is so-called within White House, they does not know what branch worker, evil manufacturing setup, the scientist group are doing evilism, and keep from that areas, that whole system operations, that Microsoft or Google's or other operating system, they even cannot understand. Those people who are just, to me, as a illiterate who जिसका बाप का नाम भी नहीं जान सकता है, but remaining the deepest water, the samandar, and the charming, whirling, contracting, horrible decabu state, and to make other things, put in the decabu, uncontrolled or unmanageable difficulties, stress, burdens, complications, they are in, and they are foolishly helping others. It is very difficult for me to mention those things. एक मागी के जोनी में गुद में कितना इन पॉइंट्स व्हाट आई एम टोल्ड, उन मागी के गुद में कितना मीटिंग हो रहा है, कितना पॉइंट में, कितना बिलियन पॉइंट में, जिस पॉइंट में उनके सराउंडिंग्स कितना इविल खच्चर और हेल्पलेस किडनैप who are at the urge or enthusiasm to ride on that Nagardala, that machine as if Nagar. Each and every Magachod, when he is scientist, he is also totally वो गुड का मैक्रो सेंस के पास भी वो हेल्पलेस है चौधरी बेटा, तो इसलिए ही शाक fluids of that blackish or whitish. They think the black have some special hormones, capacity as if godly. Chudumarani, that impostor, khottar, magis, criminals, to mislead them, to make become. Because those evil scientists who make design this system, they are also, if that system to be focused on them, they will be killed. Their own camera provided to these evil, illiterate babies, khachor, mother chores, who are ritual to make snatch, torching, bringing of any life on any matters from cosmos. So Chudirbeta who are designing, working for these evils at undersea, at cheap Silicon Valley or Manhattan or Florida or Houston or Virginia, Horse Islands or Washington, Wisconsin, I do not know all those, or Ohio or Californians, Illinois, Chicago, or I do not know where were those materials being manufactured of USA. But all castes at the present times being manufactured at USA, mainly. And those being as a government within government, the evil sense within evil sense is working. The command within, just like Himalayan structure, can be visible, sensible to the senator or congressman, media of the evil, half mad, half working stage of Joe Biden, who is so many times fell down from his working stage, but in which way, whatever way he is. Now, of my warning to the evil, so that he is not making be fell down. So there will be or other ways in old difficulties called this Dipankar और एक कुत्ते हैं जॉय की और ब्लैक और मेटल आयरन बॉल मनोजीत गुदोजीत नंदी गुद नंदी और कुत्ते दिगार गुदार चुदार कुत्तेगार और बिल्लाई दत्त खिचकी दत्त उत्पल दत्त ये दत्त विमल सिंह जाके नॉन stupid सोरेर बच्चा. They cannot understand the estimate of this complexity of this system as they are individually. If you see this now, the scanners systems in our display, if we could have this, if you see this is that two layers within how uncleft is there, that is the vaginal or the system vagina is working. And through my bombarding or unfolding powers, you cannot estimate. That machine setup probably is not working or is there, but you are not supplied, you are made conscious. A stupidity to bring your difficulties and you will have made. But individually, all scientists and the blind and the illiterate who are remaining in the deepest water is working as a indirect hands your the foolishness, the mother chose, who does not know who is that who is the who is your command, ultimate that designer, software, computer running, how they are in safety and who are you are also who are where is your keyboard, the feeling of triumph rank. And who to feed, who to manage, who to bring, what to allow, who to give rotation, and who to put one particular threshold. By one seat is being occupied by how many people, they does not know. Whose mother, whose father, whose daughter, I do not know. But evils are some particular channels going coming. Is that is a monopoly or not? If it is that they could making to keep those evils to run. The mother chose maybe in highest food scarcity. The difficulties they are there because this system they have kept all secret, unpublished. This crime of this participation of the design of the advancement of the science and technology all remain kept secret. And now this question is that they will be at all punishable or catchable, caughable, graspable, or they can be learned in that system, that digit communication or record system destroyed, communication. And what will be the fate with these comments of this USA? It is USA like a country or notions, idiotism, where his whole comments, his comment is centralized, can be coordinated or bound to follow their own, they can learn their own shadow evilism or betrayal forces, revealing forces, fake pass, fake currency, their fake currency, fake command, within commands, command, fake, they can estimate. Fake matlab parallel of their command, which is called stupidity. How many stupidity ranks are there, and they will, as a human whimsical attitude, I will support or work under you or not. I better will die or better will I torture on your others. That leftist and rightist. Leftist is selfish, evil, criminal, torturing, satanic, satana, torturing mentality. Harming, putting difficult, we know. That's stupidity or selfishness, evilness, criminality. And the feelings that they are scientists, the God, seniority, respectable. Pocha gudo rasa raktaba. Pocha was rotten factor, fact many times that worst poison of vagina fluid there to suck, or they supposed to be sucked. That ordinary woman, or that aged criminals or babies in such a घुलघुलाइया अपना हेल्प से अपना को अभद्गा मतलब हेल्पलेस मेकिंग कमांडर्स मास्टर made or the evil scientist group created one terrorizing and to be monitored, to be terrorized by each other. They does not know who are who terrorizing and who are who dependent, who are in whose command and who is commanding, and at who is his command and what is his safe, how or she is safe. Mother choice. Current of to compromise. हमको कुतराज कुत्ते कुकुर पांचटा कुकुर कुत्तराज तो पृथ्वीराज तो अपना को पृथ्वीराज संभालेगा। ये भी मतलब अपना भ्रम का खबी का दुश्मन से बेईमानी कर रहा है खुद के साथ। चुदीर बेटा चुदमानी साला लेफ्टिस्ट मादा चोद अल्टीमेटली जिसका एंडिंग बेखूबी में पोचा गुद में रसपान करके शोर बच्चा को महाराज अमृत मतलब कुंभ की संधान पोचा गुद में पोचा गुद रस में गुद का मुख चूस देख बेचारा की क्या बेहाल है। चुदीर बेटा कुतराज कुकुरराज साला कुकुर साला कुकुर के बच्चा शैतान who does not know who is commanding hoods and who is taking position as a rotational, as a kinghood, who mother truth is to be kept away from this post of सपनों देखना जो ड्रीम करना बादशाह में आके वो राज प्रसाद ले पृथ्वीराज की मतलब होल मोनार्क थ्रोन्स का एक प्रसाद है, सीट है, उसमें चुंदरी बेटा जब आता है वो भी एक यूनिट है ईश्वर बच्चा। उस यूनिट में जब कुत्ते बैठता है, कुत्ते के रंग चढ़ जाता है, वो फीलिंग दिया हुआ, इट शुड फेल एज योरसेल्फ एज ए होल्ड monarch is being run with you। और गॉड ने इस तरह का एक डिजाइन सिस्टम डिजाइन किए हैं बेवकूफ बनाने के लिए। पूरा जो क्रिएशन क्रिएट करता है सारा होल्ड वर्ल्ड का, तो इस तरह का सारा पॉइंट में बेवकूफ बना रखा है। सारे कुत्ते मतलब इस फीलिंग सी और हार क्वीन एंड एम्परर ईच एंड एवरी एजेंट, सबने कुत्ते कुत्ते को अंदर में हमारे हमको छोड़ के सिस्टम चलता नहीं। हाँ, आई एम द किंग, आई एम किंग पिंग, आई विल बी पिंग, पिंग करूंगा तब सिस्टम चलेगा। ईच एंड एवरीबॉडी का उसी में सिस्टम है। और उस माता चौथ का कितने घंटे बाद और किस दिनों के बाद एक बार रोटेशन में एक बार आ रहा है, और चुदिर बेटा कहाँ जा रहा है, किस खा रहा है, उसको कुछ पता नहीं। वो मादा चौथ, वो बिल्लाई दत्त तो उसका उत्पल मंडल आपस में बात कर रहा है ना कुत्ते बात कर रहा है, किसी को पता नहीं ईश्वर बच्चे। लेकिन यू आर सपोज टू बी ड्रामा डूइंग एट द डिक्टेशन ऑफ द कंप्यूटर मेमोरी टू टेल यू एंड सेंस टू गिव यू, यू हैव टू impetus wise to answer that psychosomatic field creation, horrible way to put in the puzzle chaos and mess what is called cloudy good morning पुत्रराज, अरे कुकुर दे माता चोद दे माता चोद दे, ए माता चोद माता चोद दे, ए माता चोद, ए पितराज मात ए कुतराज, तोर मायर गुदेर पितराज, साला मारला माथा का चोद मारने चोद मारने सुनते बच्चे साला चोर बच्चा। तो जो अपरिस्ट लाइन का गाना है, साइंटिस्ट जंत्र लिया मेशिन लिया चीजें निजे खुद विभ्रांत तो आर क्या जे परेशानी में है। इचादार कोई जिंदा है कोई मृत है, ऑपरेटिकली एक्टिंग डूइंग अंडर द स्पेल ऑफ गॉड टू फील देम दैट वी पैरेलल टू गॉड वेयर गॉड इज नॉट एट ऑल, बट वो पोचा दूध की रस के नादी चुड़ी बेटा साइंटिस्टों के पीने में कुत्ते को पकड़ बच्चा वगैरह लात मार मार के साइंटिस्ट को पिला रहा, जो टॉप साइंटिस्ट है चौधरी बेटा टॉप कमांडर है, और वो कुत्ते को कब जो से बाहर कर रहा है, उस कुत्ते को पता नहीं है साला चोर बच्चा। वो जो माँ बेटा असली में है कि नहीं है चौधरी बेटा को पता नहीं है। बोले इतना थाउजेंड इंडियन बेंगोली आदास को ट्रैप करके मेक्सिकन गल्फ में और हॉरिबल सिस्टम में रखा हुआ है, इसको पता नहीं। ये जो एक क्लियर कट व्यू दिखाई जा रहा है मेरा, तो तुरंत इसको चेंज करने एक लाइट आया था, और अभी इतना, अब देखो ये काम का इतना जो मैं फील्ड को चेंज कर रहा हूँ, इतना जो आप मॉइस्चर पॉइंट देख रहे हैं, ये सारा मेरा अपना जो इनर पावर से मतलब फाइनेस्ट लेवल से मैंने जिस लेवल में मैं हूँ, जिस स्ट्रेटा में आते ना उसके ऊपर उतना, और उनका कॉम्पैक्टर सिस्टम दैट ओबरिन डिजाइन मोल्टेड मतलब solidified from metals that is becoming related of all things happening in parliament chaos. I do not know if my computer is going to run. It's still running or शुद्ध महारानी वो जो सिस्टम जो हम देख रहे हैं, तो जो भगवान और शैतान जिनका पक्ष में, तो जो सारा दुनिया के क्रिएटर्स का स्टेट ऑफ माइंड, रॉन्ग अपियरेंस, विडम्बना, डिफिकल्टी, फुलिशनेस, स्टुपिडिटी, ट्रायम्फ, एरोगेंस, इनकन्वीनियंस और बेकूफी अपना কখন লেফটিস্ট আর কখন হোয়াইট, লেফটিস্ট ইজ ব্ল্যাক, রাইট ইজ হোয়াইট। জীবন জুয়ায় জিতে গেলে ওকার হস্ত যদি হেরে গেলে কপাল মন্দ আর ডালচিং ভাব, এই দুনিয়া ঘরে বন 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 ছন্দে ছন্দে কত রং বদলায় রং বদলায়। গানা अभी के जो मदरचोद फोन में है, इस कुत्ते को आइडिया ही नहीं सिस्टम कब से और इस सिस्टम का परमानेंटली इस पॉइंट को किसने और किस चीज का यूनिट का देखभाल का ऑपरेटर है और उन बेटा को वोट वगैरह सब कुछ का अरेंजमेंट करने के लिए कितना लोग है, इनको भी वो पता नहीं है।
Equity like instruments and technical assistance for land and building, machinery, equipment, technology acquisition, research and market development.
And which to the beta which is controlling nobody knows.
Performance linked
अब सारे सिस्टम का गुलगुलिया में काम कर रहा है, पीछे अगर अपना सस्पेक्ट का बॉन्डेज और कैओस, इल फिटनेस, हेल्थ गोइंग, सारे पनिशमेंट का जिम्मेदार वो खुद बन रहा है।
Most people keep struggling to make ends meet and achieve their financial goals. This is mostly because they have only one source of
I have given, as I am alone, I have to make all the activities my own self. Newly I am opening one page where I to give some question. USA telecommunication. Is the mother crime, evil people's place, White House. That evils within evil are working in puzzle, helpless, villainous type, foolishness type. The governments within governments, comments within fake comments, shadow comments, evil comments, confusing comments, misusing comments, They does not know. जय बिडेन का बेकूफी के अंदर फंसा हुआ सारा होल दुनिया, होल वर्ल्ड इन फंसा हुआ यूएसए, second time constitution, helplessness, evilism. They are taking money from the criminals. That is the complication. All political parties papers that wrong, foolish, who has been selected by the bribe from what comment changing or comment selection and inserting and bringing for competition of Republican or Democrat that they does not know. So I am putting one question: the USA telecommunication design, recognition, control, command, operator, maintenance, monitor is in private or governmental? Where the senators or the Congress have any knowledge, or Joe Biden or that scientific commands in Pentagon or White House or in other government department, telecommunication design regulation of their control or other evils within their control in the same name USA, flags, identity, jackets, funds, private, satanism. They are blaming those as either Russia, China, or Dutch or other countries. The chips production, the telecommunication or computer network, command, communications, media, all serve, of which dictation. Each and everybody is dictating. So the dictating ultimately killing of that machines kept at undership, whimsically who are touching, focusing to whom they has to go. Their life will be abridged, frozen, solidified, jam, frozen. Life will be frozen. Stop kar diya gaya. But he cannot himself come back. So if I put this question to Google, but evil, that mother chod who thinks I am only the boss of the system, I am remaining at the deepest ocean, European telecommunication regulation training, online training in May. Regulation and outsourcing of United States. By the evils. How is telecommunication regulated in the United States? Communications regulation outsourcing in the United States. Christine Shanquist. साला कुकुरेर बच्चा उस मादा चोट का डिफिकल्टी से I'm going back. Telecommunication law and regulations. Telecommunication policies, protection are major telco. Deutsche Telekom and are majors. Government policies in telecom. Your policy, who is operating and managing at of which marching your system is your policy. What is policy? Evils make policy. Federal Communication Commission regulates interstate, international communications. Federal Communications Commissions regulate interstate, international communication through cable, radio, television, satellites, where the goal of the commission is to protect connectivity and ensure a robust, competitive market. Betrayal, satanism, misusing, evilism, satanism, the federal, a peasant state of the US, the foolishness, stupidity, claiming White House that all blackism, black marketing, blackmailing. What agency regulates the telecommunication industry of US? National Telecommunication Commission. ये भी motherchode satanism whimsical stupid के हाथ में है, which is sons and daughters of USA का. यदि सारा दुनिया को मैनेज करता है वो क्या परिस्थिति है? वो motherchode पागल is a madman. All US senators and presidents and that secretaries, there is the mayor, the senators and congressmen and Supreme Court, FBI or NASA, Satan is chaos and hotspot and very satanic fake comments and comment, manipulating and to terrorize them each other by others. This কুকুরের বাচ্চাগুলি National Communications Wikipedia. What agency regulates the telecommunication industry? The Telecommunication Regulatory Authority of India was established under the Telecom Regulation Authority of India 1997. It was empowered in the TRI. It is the same copy of that evil, that private satanism blew up under Sikh peoples, that oligarchy, shadow of each and every country's government, evil constitutions, shadow mentality, shadow hands, shadow government, shadow people, shadow saints, shadow tyranny. Regulatory term business in India. A business कर रहा है. Some evils are doing business, मतलब whimsically misusing India. इंडिया के सारे खबर आ रहे टेलीकम्युनिकेशन का. और ये मादा चोट support because research come. They will not allow me, answer me. They are not bound. A mother chose Indians who is in US immigrant. Start from save taxes with expertise. और वो मदर चोट का कैसे भी रेगुलेटरी फ्रेमवर्क और टेलीकॉम बिजनेस मतलब इविलिज्म कल्प्रिट इन द नेम ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ 32 crore democracy. It is a monocracy, autocracy, monopoly of the evil sum in India today. Chaotic, horrible, attacking each other, betraying satanism of that evil constitution. Mother chose. सूर्य बच्चे समझता है वो साला सब मेरा नहीं साला मेरे सब मेरा कब्जे में माले वो बेंच फटाई दे तब मेरा जो कबा बेटार हुआ तो मैं जाके वो मोनार्क बनूंगा थिएटर में जाके नागरदोला में जाके मैं नाचूंगा गुदू हाँ कलह रस पाऊंगा चुद मारा नीर बेटा रे चुदीर बापेर बेटा रे कुतराज कुतराज ओ कुतराज ओ तुर्का क्रिकेट तुर्क कुतराज ओ कुतराजगण ओ कुतराज ओ कुतरे ओ कुत्ते ओ कुकुरान अरे ओ कुतराज ओ कुकुर के बेटा चूदे रस पान करी सोलर बच्चागण the Mexican gift girl cracks scattered of the whole earth. Their mother chose साला चूदीर बेटागण एक सिस्टम कहाँ का support because research is India's largest provider of legal, secretarial, accounting, compliance services. We have successfully worked with our 5 lakh customers and I have to know this man who deceives. Which is that government ombud, criminal ombud, satanic ombud, crime, pointed government. এখানে মাদার চৌধুরী সালা শোরের বাচ্চা কুকুরের বাচ্চা সালা কুত্তেকে বাচ্চা সালা শোরের বাচ্চা কুকুস Vakil search black that ये जो वकील सार्च जो क्रिमिनल कालाहांत लेफ्टिस्ट अग्निपथ कालाग्नि इंडियन आर्मी लेकिन किसको मैं किस तरह का कह सकता हूँ ओनली गोली से आंसर हो सकता है देयर इज नो लॉ प्रोविजन देयर इज नो लॉ चुदीर बेटा का वॉइस हो रहा है वाइस प्रेसिडेंट भंकर का और बुधवारानी चुधवारानी आया राष्ट्रपति भवन और कुत्ते बेटा आया प्राइम मिनिस्टर साला शोरेर बच्चा और गुदू डोवाल शोरेर बच्चा सबसे बोगस इंडियन सबसे बोगस पर्सनालिटी कल्प्रिट है अजीत डोवाल। अरे चुदीर बेटा तुम इस क्या उस कंडीशन को तुम समझ सकते हो तेरे जैसे कुत्ते আরে কুকুরের বাচ্চা, তুই কুত্তেরাজ, তুই कुकुर रे, कुकुर शोरेर बच्चा। तू नेशनल सिक्योरिटी का आदमी होके ये जो बाकी साथ जो कुछ तो जान सकते हो, तुम जान सकते हो कुकुरेर बच्चा। योर ऑल टेलीकम्युनिकेशन पढ़ो हस्तगत धान, तुम्हारे पास वो विद्या का एक्सेस नहीं है शोरेर बच्चा, वो सिस्टम का एक्सेस नहीं है। someone else is operating the rules। नीति आयोग में जो बैठे हैं कुत्ते अम्बुद में, और जो बाकी साथ तुम्हारा टेलीकम्युनिकेशन में हुआ है। National Telecommunication (NTC), the Filipino Pambansang Commission (SA) Telecommunication is an attached agency of Department of Information and Communication Technology responsible for supervision and execution control of all telecommunication services and the network. Filipino Federal Communication Affairs, चुदी बेटा इंडियन मादा चूत, साला भालगाड़ी जो कुत्ते के अभी क्या इंडिया का हाल है। और इंडियन सेना तुम्हारा क्या बहादुरी, और मीडिया में कौन कुत्ते हैं, वो क्या कंडीशन में काम कर रहे हैं, क्या घुलघुलिया में। ये सारे दुनिया का घुलघुलिया न्यूज, हेल्पलेसनेस, कैओस और हेल्पलेसनेस। और कौन बचा है कौन मरा है उसका कोई हिस्ट्री नहीं। सब डैम एक फेसबुक लगा के चुदर बेटा बैठा हुआ है, वो राजा हो रहा है, राज सिंह तो गुद का मुख चाट रहा है, और चुदर बेटा गुदर आनंद कुत्ते राज होके सो रहे बच्चा। साला कुकुरेर बच्चा, साला कुकुरेर बच्चा, साला कुकुर शोरेर बच्चा, मादा चोद कुत्तराज बेंगोली, साला शोरेर बच्चा, कुकुर कुत्तराज, कुत्तू साला शोरेर बच्चा। Who regulates HC? An independent US government agency or overseen by Congress. Commissions is the federal agency responsible in implementing and enforcing America communication law. बड़ा हॉरिबल कंडीशन ऑफ यूएस। यूएसए के हाथ में सहारा दुनिया का भाग, साला चोरी बेटा कौन जुर्माना। About HC Federal Communication Commission, does the phone companies or companies? In motherchode companies, शब्दों company has to be replaced by the government, multi-migrant. The private investing, secreting, betrayal powers, जो privilege दिया जा रहा है यूएसए। US is only the evilest country in the whole world. The stupid, criminal, vulgar, खानफिर बच्चे चुदमारानी साला चुदी बेटा, साला कुत्ते बड़ सब unreliable, horrible, crooked beings. US is all crooked beings. Sure बच्चे। US is a crooked country, crooked people. Senators and Congress people say just crooked beings. A federal crown corporation. A federal crown corporation is committed to making difference in the laws of Canadians by supporting a strong, vibrant, sustainable Canadian agriculture food industry, a federal crown corporation. The corporation criminals, ombudsperson, open internet ombudsperson, federal communication. मादक चोर साला शोरेर बच्चा अम्बुद का मानी जाने ना कुत्ते शोरेर बच्चा बेंगोली इंडियन लेफ्टिस्ट मादक चोर ओपन इंटरनेशनल इंटरनेट अम्बुद फेडरल कम्युनिकेशन साला कुकुरेर बच्चा साला मादक चोर साला कुकुरेर बच्चा क्रिमिनल खच्चू साला बांचो चुदेर बेटा उत्तर तुर्कली अकाली अकाली लो अकाली कुतकली लो चुतकली कुतकली लो कुतकली चुतकली साला कुकुर साला वाला उठो कुकुर साला कुकुर पकड़ लीजिए कुकुर भी साला कुकुर साला कुत्ते कुकुर का कुत्ता साला शोर चलिए बेटा कुकुर और तुमको मुझे शोर बच्चों you are head of this and you the speaker crooked criminal वो गुद का रस तुम गुद का रस दान करती हो चुड़ महारानी चुड़ीर बेटा साला crooked पीटर दून साला criminals खच्चर शोरेर बच्चा टेरेसा फेलिक्स सारे गुदी चुड़ महारानी खच्चर माग लाउटी मागिस चुड़ महारानी कुत्तीगण शोरेर बेटी साला कुकुरेर बच्चा contact information बाबा वो कैसे ले गए ठीक कैसे ले गए तो तब दिले क्या हुआ हाँ चलो जाओ जाओ ना ना ठीक हाँ जाओ तो तब दिले
ও কুকুরের বাচ্চা লো, চুদো মারানির শালালো, চুদির বাপের ভিখারে, চুদো মারানির ভিখারে, চুদুর বটর গুদরে, কুত্তে কুমার রাজরে, ওকুর কুকুর কুকুরে, ওরে চুদির ভিখারে, ওখানে কাটা কুটারে, ওকল কুকুর কুকারে, ওরো গুদির ভিখারে, ভিটালিটি ক্ল্যারিটি, ক্ল্যারিটি মিঠালিটি লেগেছে। Created the content of the clarity must be there. Clarity মেটাতে আমরা সেটার জন্যই করে বিচার করতে পারি যাতে মারাতে यहाँ पे बना लिया तो हाँ बड़ा काम कर लिए हाँ हाँ वो भाट वाला से मेरा कहाँ अभी हाँ भाट वाला देखो तो उधर तो नहीं भाट वाला हाँ बहुत ही बड़ा हाँ मामू सब लगता है उधर हमको इतना हमको चेता अरे हम जाकर कोई तो কুকুর রয়েছে সালা কুকুর সালা করতে সালা কুকুরের যখন আগুন যখন লাগাবো না ভালো করে আমি যখন আগুন লাগাবো তুই আমাকে এটা কপি করতে দিচ্ছিস না ইউ আর নট অ্যালাউইং মি দিস info SS Rana.com and this call if I am not able to get call no proper and persons Rana तुम्हारा गाड़ गुद मारना ऐसा करूंगा ना गाड़े गुदे कर देंगे साला हाँ who are hindering me from this you are not allowing me for copying this for what goodness telecommunication law of India you are not allowed me mother church commandment who can constitutions Article 19 of Indian Constitution guarantees the right to the freedom of speech expression the medium used for communications of the information freedom right and freedom to speech and expressions communication and get feedback that is not required so the communications of India laws what is plain that unprecedented rise in the usage of telecommunication has used to evolution of set of laws which govern the telecommunications and media activities in India for what misuse of either crime criminality acts making something law and to do allowing the crime giving those in evil satanism hijacker kidnapper trafficker betrayal leftist criminals Article 19 of Indian Constitution guarantees the right to freedom of speech and expression. Freedom of speech and expression till to the criminal, to do crime, to mislead. You are barring for civil people right and preach living right on the earth. You are make law. But there is no obligation the media used for communication of information must to get each and everybody as if you have included all in this system, democracy. The information such as internet operations, press, telephones, mobile phones, network, etc. plays a vital role in determining the applicable laws that apply to it. In today's scenario, telecommunication, internet have evolved and become that interconnected many ways. These are talks by these private companies who to misuse, to do crime, to expose, and this ways that the government for what? All seeing and complicacy is to go to the government, the people of the voters, that who has given vote to the evil coming out, to misuse those to against them crime. But those private companies not supposed to face any crime. They can go fairly looting the bank and float as a multinational, respectable, respectable criminals. But there is no complication to be acknowledged of your complaint. The term media is the wider connotation that covers various aspects such as telecommunication, advertising, broadcasting. This is for the crime, criminals, networking, greed preparation, helping, scope, describing, ease, the evils, the stupid investor, harm print giver, to read and to get this excuse. But civil who are to bring in power to do in the name of law Prescribing law is there, constitution is there, government is there, monetary is there, regulatory is there, press is there, media is there, radio is there, mobile is there, telephone is there. You are not able to communicate. Mother Church, who is to give the acknowledgement and who is to care and who is to effectiveness? Mother Church has the data, each and every to this complaint that you were till date yesterday in their confidence, votes, acceptance, not rejected, not declared unpardonable or severely punishable. You will to be killed immediately. You can have no excuse to law and to move the court. No, because what you have maintained. But this is Rana, if it is helping about this, bringing me globality, international trade. In international trade, it should be UN. You cannot show international. It does not depend on the mercy of the evil companies. Just like we blame East India Company, still far better to Indian or the blessed one. That crooked blue star, blue whale, humanity annihilation, that oligarchy, that Ognipod, that criminal, that Al-Qaeda, who terrorize the US policies makers, international copyright. What is copyright? For whom? Go to copyright. It should go to UN. कोई personal company का copyright नहीं कर सकता. In this crime cannot be a personal copyright. You cannot remain outside of the law, catching. You are multinational. Of which community continuity? Which country? Which regulations? Which observation? Which verification? Which what? And which what? Dog, camera, scanner, investigation, police, judge, courts, minister, policies, etc. Media's coverage, researcher group, students, verifications, media person mass verifications, of which under international design, international trade, fling, or international. All this, but you are not allowing any that evil Bengalis Mother Church. You are not allowing me. Try to take this copy to put this complaint that evil does not, that to whom blame Sosurji of Modi BJP बहु का कंट्रोल गुड की चूत की सुदमारानी की डॉल चुदी कंट्रोल not allowing me see my YouTube channel. I've copied here and to ensure Indian Army those be reproducible and bound to show to me and host citizens of India, because this communication should verify of which control you are remain a give or to security defense of Indian CDS, Air Navy, Air Force, telecommunication, integrated President House. I am not questioning about Prime Minister Parliament because it's now it's bogus criminal. But law is there, you to throw Parliament Minister, but you are not doing. You are not capable. Election Commissioner to bring to which capacity to allow to compete, or certainly how much of time to be spent and at which cost, that you have not asked from your parliamentarians, you're supposed to ask from Supreme Court or presidents, not Prime Minister or they are temporary players. They will be elected. वो आज क्या है कुत्ते काल कुत्तराज काल नहीं है वो कुतराज कुकुरान चुदुरान गुदरान खट्टर non highly punishable unpardonable elements in the parliament. This side cannot be सारा चीज़ लगाए जो कि ना हो सारा को करे और যখন আপনি যখন বুঝতে পেরেছো কি টর্চার ডিমান্ড করছে আমার সঙ্গে মনে রাখিস what torture you are demanding to treat with in living condition a bad vendor immediate speeches or misleading time आँख उखाड़ लेंगे और आँख को आग का गोला से आँख को तुरंत को अंध कर दीजिए ना कान को काट दीजिए ना जीभ को टांग करने एक लेग को काट कर गिरा देना हाथ पैर गिरा कर चूल उठे मुट्ठा से टांग खींच लेना स्किन को पील कर लेना एसिड में डिप करके खड़ा करके विदाउट फूड रखना जंत्रणा में शोर और बच्चा क्रिमिनल क्रोकेट्स what you are doing you are hindering me my telecommunication interfering my Indian Raj Vishnu Dharmaraj सुना रखो to the private companies that evil companies evil businessmen evil private regulations of software who are taking control of Google, Microsoft, telecommunication, internet on behalf of Indian 130 crores people like compromising at least from Indian, remain Indian, who have taken your companyship, business, license, etc., misuse, taken money, Indian identities, highly punishable, any kind of torture, experiment, your endurability, your foolishness and crime done to be punished and cons to be confessed and torture, any kind of experiment, any kind of acid dipping, burning, cutting pieces, Ajit Doval you, army officers you, Modi you, Chudumarani, Gudumarani, Tum Dopudim, Gudumaran, और धनखड़ और ओम प्रकाश और कुत्ते प्रसाद भारती में मीडिया में टेलीकम्युनिकेशन DRDO में डिफेंस प्राइवेट और गवर्नमेंट कोई भी प्राइवेट गवर्नमेंट में कोई भी यू आर लाइसेंस बेस्ड मास गैदरिंग कॉन्टैक्ट पीपल कॉन्टैक्ट ट्रैफिकिंग हाईजैकिंग मिसलीडिंग asking seeking help of another second person making club or make servant or slave highly punishable. You alone only to do is all two hands and endeavors. That is all without weapons. But if you have make any trade, business, center, shop, company, greed networks, what is, and the clubs, international, rich become NRI. It is an horribly punishable. इसमें रविंद्रनाथ तिगर में चले गए मैंने बोला मादाचोद की इतना गाड़ फाड़ दिया ना सुअर बच्चा और गुदमारानी साला चुदमारानी साला यूट्यूब अब डॉक्टर रॉय रविंद्रनाथ रॉय के साथ तुम्हारा चुदीर बेटा उसमें तुम कैसे चले जाता है तेगर में मादा चोट शोरर बच्चा हाँ तुम्हें मादा चोट उसमें आंसर कैसे देने चले जाता डॉक्टर मैं डॉक्टर आर्यन राय का पूछ रहा हूँ तुमने हाँ मैंने दिया ये महीने में एक तो दे दिया और दो को कॉम्प्रोमाइज कहाँ करके रखा तुमने अभी तू खोना गुद खोना सुख होना कुत्तराज कौन कुत्तराज इसको देख रहा है कौन कुकुरेर बच्चा कुत्ते कुत्तो कुत्तो कुकुरेर बेटा कुकुरे साला मादा चोट तोड़ कोना तोड़ जाने कुदर कौन कुकुरेर बच्चा स्वरार बच्चा बाल बकाय गुदा खाय स्वरार बच्चा गुद खाय चूत खाय रस खाय स्वरार बच्चा बाल साला क्रिमिनल खच्चर बच्चा बाल बकाय नाम बाल दीपंकर विश्वास बाल साला कुत्ते बाल उत्पल मंडल बाल दिव्येंदु बाल साला स्वरार बच्चा बाल दिव्येंदु विश्वास ने कितने कुत्ते कुकुर बाल साला कुकुर बच्चा बाल साला गुजर रसपानकारी स्वरर बच्चा फिंगरप्रिंट देके बाप का नाम नहीं ले सकते कुकुरेर बच्चा यू आर टेरराइजिंग द होल वर्ल्ड मादा चोट स्वरर बच्चा बेटी चोट बहन चोट चुदी बेटा तुम्हारे बेटी देर गुदे लात मारी स्वरर बच्चा तुम्हारे मुख है तुम्हारे बाप है तुम्हारे चेस्ट है साला स्वरर बच्चा बहुत बात यू कैन आंसर में ए गोविंद जी ऑफ इंडिया स्वरर बच्चा Where is Mayadas channel? How we can compromise? Is this community guidelines in this criminal? So I will take this YouTube who are present on international, national or any country. It is a horrible punishable that you avoid humanity savior. Humanity is the whole world community. तुमसे ज्यादा मादा चोट community का standard guidelines no आता है. He has come to dictate his God's law. Any criminal in the name of politics is highly punishable without excuse of further pleading just to be punished hanged or is just to be implementable execution of punishment. All proceedings law is being finished as you supposed upon I mentioned I have been making all those your digital Indian, private or international as I mentioned. Teacher.